The Black Cat, written by Edgar Allan Poe, narrates the story of a man who is sentenced to death and cruelly confesses his crime by telling what really happened to him and the reason why he is about to be executed. The man gets married to a woman who shares his fond of animals, so they decide to adopt a few of them. One of these animals is a black cat named Pluto, who demonstrates unconditional love for its owner. Everything seems to be normal, but as time goes by, the narrator falls into alcoholism and abuse against his wife and animals. Only the cat remains untouched, but very soon, the cat takes distance from its owner's cruel behavior. One day, the man arrives home very drunk, and in a failed attempt, he tries to hold the cat, but the animal bites him hardly. From that moment, the man felt that he was being possessed by a demon force, leading him to cut off one of the cat's eyes. Due to this horrible deed, the cat starts to feel afraid of the man, which irritates the man even more. Consequently, the man hangs the cat to a tree. After some time, another one-eyed black cat arrives to the man's life. This cat demonstrates to be very close to the narrator, but this situation reminds him of his old cat Pluto. Consumed by anger, he decides to get rid of the new cat. One day, the man and his wife decide to visit the ruins of their old and burned house when the man realizes the cat followed them. The man tries to kill the cat with an axe, but his wife prevents it. Within his fury, he murders the wife and buries the body in the walls of the cellar, and suddenly the cat disappears. After a few days of the assassination, the narrator starts to feel relief about the horrible deed. The police begins to investigate the disappearance of the woman, and they find nothing in the house. However, when they were about to leave the house, they hear a moan coming from the cellar. The policemen start to remove the bricks of the wall when they discover the corpse already in decay and the black cat on top of the head of the woman's body.
Subject. The main objective of the author is to make us think about how easily our mind can lose its sanity and about the good and evil side of human nature. Occasion. Not very clear about date or city in which the short story occurs, but the story is narrated from prison. Furthermore, the story was published in 1843. Purpose. The purpose of this short story is to demonstrate the two sides, good and evil, of human nature. Speaker. The speaker of the story is the protagonist, who is a man. We can say that he was a normal man, not very outstanding, had a wife, and he seemed to have a normal life after the main event. Tone. The narrator presents himself firm and secure about his attitudes. He wants to defend himself from the atrocities he committed, and to prove that he is sane, he normalizes a mental health situation by describing tragic events and their reasons. Organization. Deductive, which means that the author starts with a general assertion, and then specific details are presented to support the generalization. Narrative style. We know it is first-person singular, but it is unnamed and not known. Evidence. In terms of diction, it is formal, and we can notice a repetitive use of complex sentences. The author makes use of not very common words such as peevish, malevolence, perverseness, etc. In terms of imagery, it is literal imagery, because the author makes use of literal words to describe scenes and characters. Example, upon its head, with red extended mouth and solitary eye of fire, sat the hideous beast whose craft had seduced me into murder.